Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am Shay, your local numerologist. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. Make sure you leave your comments below. I love to hear your experiences. And of course, guys, happiness is always the goal. So don't ever forget with these readings, the basic goal is for you to be happy and to be loved and to be comfortable and responsible in your own life. All right, so I saved the best for last. Our Karmic Life Path 16s. I'm a Karmic Life Path 16. That's why I said that. We may be the best, but I don't know. Anyway, so for you guys, I got that. You guys had some past energy come up over this last, over the first quarter of the year. So it could be like somebody reached out to you, or maybe you've decided to like go back to school or redo a job or yeah. So the message that I got is don't get caught up in past life energy. Someone came back, but they've betrayed you before. They have not changed, right? And then for you guys channeled song, I got What You Trying to Do by Jagged Edge. That was my jam back in the day. And then for this next quarter, the message I got is they're not giving up and have all the time in the world. Remember that nothing's changed and nothing's earned by going backward. So this seems like more than um just an old opportunity coming back up again. If you guys, if whatever this is that is coming back, if when it ended the first time it was a betrayal, like a backstab, not like, oh, you just for instance, let's say if you were going to school and you had to drop out because you couldn't afford it. That's not the same as if you were living on campus and the school stole all your shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm legit speaking from experience, y'all. That is not the same as that. Don't go back to being in that betrayed energy. Same as if it's a literal person or people that are coming back that betrayed you in the past. Don't relive that energy. It's going to have the same outcome. I'm sure Spirit has been putting it on you not to do that. Okay, so Karmic Life Path 16, we have trouble applying wisdom and knowledge to life, allowing people you love to use and take advantage of you. So when it comes to the Karmic Life Paths, I always have to make this disclaimer that this could be you or it could be the energy that you bring around you, right? So the basic Life Path 16 is really just abuse of love, misuse and abuse of love, taking people for granted, right? But the issue with here, trouble applying wisdom and knowledge to life, is that when somebody hurts you, you kind of allow them to do it over and over again before you get the point, you know? So make sure you guys, you've already been through enough pain, you've already faced enough BS. It's not time to go backwards. All right, I got this card out because it kind of fell out while I was shuffling, so I decided to keep it. All right, move you guys up just a tad bit. Let's see what we got. Seventh chakra, crown chakra, bliss. I seek and find peace, quietness, and moments of bliss in my life. I am persistent in this quest. I allow myself to feel divine presence radiating within and around me. I allow myself to create abundance and fulfillment and to live life free of fear. Meditation is a part of my life. For whatever reason, I'm getting like dream energy. Pay attention to you guys' dreams. Make sure you are writing them down. Even if you don't like remember the details of the dream, anything that you do remember, even if it's like, oh yeah, I remember boots and I remember this cloud coming over, like write that down. Even if it's just emotions, write that down. Keep track, because a lot of times your dreams can open up things that you need to know in waking life. And once you see like that pattern, like, man, every time like I go to sleep, I have this dream, I'm feeling sad or I'm falling in love or whatever the case may be, it could be something bigger behind that. All right. So I allow myself to feel divine presence radiating within and around me. That is the God in you. Okay, that is literally the God in you. That is your spiritual connecting to the spiritual of your guides, your all the guides, the angel guides, the spirit guides, and whoever else you guys celebrate. That is your connection to them. Make sure that you guys are falling into that connection, kind of like a pillow. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got a real comfortable bed, and I do hope that you all are laying in a real comfortable bed, because I'm telling you, my bed be hugging me in a way that is just, I just do not be wanting to get up. That sleep be so good, but I wish that for all of you, right? And it's kind of like that feeling like, okay, this is really, really comfortable. So fall into your guides and kind of listen to the advice that they give. Listen to the positives, right? With being a Karmic Life Path 16, since you can get in this habit of questioning everything, and I mean questioning it down from the top to the bottom, questioning every single thing about it. And I'm not telling you not to question that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that it can breed some kind of doubt. So make sure that you guys are leaning. I want you guys to lean toward the logical without giving up the spiritual. So don't go overboard with your thoughts. And that's the best way that I could say it. Remember, I said from the top to the bottom, from the top to the bottom. You hear me? So we have first chakra, base chakra, courage and faith. I embrace courage, faith, and adaptability as they are needed for me to overcome my fear of change or of the future. I regularly remind myself to be positive and open to possibilities, knowing that I am the creator of my own destiny. I embrace the warrior within me. I remind myself to be a warrior, not a worrier. I am not a victim. I feel the fear and I do it anyway. I am ready and eager to move forward. Yes. Right. Because courage is doing something even when you're scared, right? And I remember when I used to teach the kids how to swim, I used to tell them that all the time, like, you got to be brave. You got to have courage. It's okay to be afraid of the unknown. You guys are moving into some uncharted territory. This is going to be something that is very, very new to you. Life is about to start looking like it has never before, right? So there are some major changes that are coming up, and you may feel that tug to go back because the fear of the unknown, the fear of being successful, all these types of fears, fear of failure, do not allow fear to get the best of you. And I really think that's why I was feeling that energy of being pulled back into something that you've already overcome, because sometimes in life we end up taking a step backwards to go forward, right? So if you think that in a way, like if you are driving, right, and you miss your exit, right, you are going to have to get off, backtrack your steps to get off on the correct exit. And then when you get off on the right exit, you'll be able to go forward. So this Nine of Wands is really giving defensive energy. In this case, I I don't know why I feel this way, but I really feel like you guys are just in your defensive energy. But again, just do not let it overcome you, overtake you. Make sure that you guys are connecting with the people that you love in life, the people that care about you, the people that have been there. We all need a support system, guys. Find your support system and lean on them, okay? Not people that want to see you doing bad, or they'll help you, but it's just so that they can say they helped you. But people that really want to see you doing good, people that when you are like, oh yeah, I got this new idea, I want to do this, they're like, yeah, yeah, they're behind you, they're your cheerleaders in life. Lean on those people. And if you don't have them, find them, okay? We all have people for us, just like we're all like made to be compatible with somebody else. It doesn't matter where you are in life. You are literally as a mate compatible with somebody else. Now, if you're not doing good, you're going to be compatible with somebody who's not doing good. So you want to, but you have loved ones whether it's family, friends, whatever, that match with you, right? That match your energy, that want to provide some kind of love in your life. So I don't want you guys to ignore that, because that is a very important part of life. So let's go ahead and go over and see what's been going on in this first quarter. I'm gonna leave that there because, like I said, it's weird that that card popped out all by itself. It did come out upside down, and then it kind of turned around while I was shuffling. So the defensiveness, and I honestly feel like you guys have given people too many chances, right? When I tell y'all I know so many Karmic Life Path 16s, like the abuse of love is serious, right? And people tend to take advantage of your duty to love and care for them, right? The six is a big deal. That six is a big deal. A six is about love. It's about family. It's about the love that we have inside, and balancing that outside. And so that's a lot of times what happens with the life past 16, is because when we're going through that stage, when we're not feeling good about ourselves, maybe we're going through a little low self-esteem, and everybody goes through this. Like, it's everybody has low self-esteem at times, right? When we have to build ourselves up because so many things have been going wrong. That's what builds our character. Um, but with a life past 16, people are kind of drawn to you, like dirty, dark people are drawn to you when you are going through the worst times of your life, and they do want to keep you there. So you guys have experienced that a lot, and it is important that you realize that just because you've had that experience, it's not what you deserve. You do not deserve that, right? You deserve somebody who loves and cares for you. So let's see what's been going on with this first quarter of 2023. We got the Page of Pentacles popping out, and I mean popping out. So y'all got all these cards in reverse. So we got the Page of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse, and then we have the Judgment in reverse. So I feel like there is some kind of opportunity that you guys feel like you missed out on. Maybe it's because you feel like you weren't paying attention, or maybe it's because it wasn't a right fit, or you were doing something else, or whatever the case may be. There is no such thing as the right place, wrong time, or the right person, wrong time. There's no such thing. If something is meant to be, it is going to be. So don't continue to keep looking back on it. I do feel with the Judgment in reverse, like the Judgment in reverse is giving a vibe of misjudge. Like you guys misjudge the situation, and you keep trying to go back to it like it's gonna change it, or it's gonna be something different, and it's not. It's not. The reason why it didn't work out the first time is because it's not gonna work out. You can put your all into it, and it's still not gonna work out. A lot of you guys have been seeing the world through this specific lens, right? So it's like, and this popped up in one of the other Karmic Life Path readings. But if you have this idea, right? So you go to school for, let's say, accountant, right? You go to school to be an accountant, and then you become an accountant. I'm sorry, y'all. That job sounds so fucking boring to me, and you hate it. I love numbers, but I could never. And you hate it, and you're like, man, I spent all this money. I spent all this time. I studied so hard. I'm good at it, right? I should just keep going. But at the end of the day, that's going to breed a life of misery. So you guys have to come up with a different way to do the things that you want to do in life. Anything that makes you unhappy, anything that disturbs your peace, you're going to have to move on from it. And again, it could be something that is difficult to move on from, like the only thing you know. And that's why I feel like there's this idea of taking a step backwards, because it's like, okay, damn, I got to start all over. But you're not going to the right place if you continue on that same path, because you're not happy. And like I always tell you guys, the journey has to be worth the goal. Whatever you did to reach that goal, you're going to have to continue to do it. So if it was a miserable time reaching that goal, you're not going to be happy trying to keep it. You're going to be miserable. And I think that's a lot. Like, I don't think people really understands how important that is. I got this whole deck upside down. All right. Shit. I guess I'm taking all three of these. All right, so we have I'm sorry, defenseless, writing past wrongs, uprooting. Um, so I get a couple things. One, you guys may have somebody that's coming back into your life trying to right past wrongs. And then I still get the energy of you guys realize that something's not working and you're trying to go back and fix it. So then we have baby steps, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. Period. Period. You guys have to do what you need to do. It may not, and this is what I was talking about, falling back on your guides, right? So Spirit is saying ancestors right here. So this is specifically ancestors. Make sure that you guys have up your ancestor altar, give to them whether they like, because both of my grandmothers, they like soda. One really like Pepsi and one really like Coke. So I will put that on my mantle. We got blunts for my little brother. So it's really about them, what they liked, what they enjoyed while they were here. Make sure you guys give to your ancestors. It is very important to let them know that you are thinking about them and to keep them active in your life, okay? This hidden secrets, lost wisdom, I feel like you guys are coming up on some gifts that maybe you've forgotten about, or just haven't been activated in this life yet. So I want you guys to keep your eye out for that. Keep your mind open. It can be a little bit nerve-wracking to come into new spiritual gifts. So make sure, I really feel like you guys are the type of people that would use them the right way, but make sure you are using them the right way, right? And I just got that seventh chakra and we got seven. So you guys are, I really feel like you are on the right track to find this peacefulness, right? This quietness, this stillness that can help you listen to yourself and help you activate that thing within you. But you have to believe in it, right? You have to lose the doubt. All right. So let's pick a couple numbers. Let's pick some numbers. Damn. We got the 8, 6, and the 7 of swords. So let's see. It's 8 of swords is in reverse. The 6 of swords is upright, and the 7 of swords is in reverse, right? Man, 8, 6, 7. That's wild. And all swords, also wild. So let's talk about it, right? So this has been a time for you. I feel like you guys have been kind of like breaking free from old patterns, old things that make you feel a little bit imprisoned, kind of thinking about yourself more instead of trying to figure out what your life should look like. You are, like it says, you are the creator of your destiny. Is that it? No, it's over here. I regularly remind myself to be positive and open to possibilities, knowing that I am the creator of my own destiny. And see, when you feel like, for instance, like I said about school, you feel like you went into the wrong career field, and it can feel really easy to get trapped there, especially with the way that bills and the money income and how everything has been working right now. And it's just been going downhill, but that's another talk for another day. You can feel like that energy, and you can feel the pressure to stay in something that you absolutely hate. And Spirit says that you have to move on emotionally from that. So to me, the Six of Swords, absolutely, swords in and of themselves always deals with this mental thing. However, the Six of Swords is literally a boat traveling over water, from this troubled water to this like stillness. So it is a mental and emotional type of boundary that you guys are crossing and moving on from. And I feel like what this says, you have done that. You have been working really hard toward that, and you have done that. You guys have some realizations, and you have some manifestations that are coming towards you really quickly, honestly, really quickly. Because, okay, with the Seven of Swords here coming up reverse, and let me just say, these are two great cards to have in reverse, period. The Seven of Swords is definitely the energy of something getting exposed and being exposed. And we even have, the seven again. Um, so the Seven of Swords is being exposed and kind of the truth coming out, honestly. Somebody was doing something wrong behind the scenes and you finally see it. And it's not in a light that you feel like, oh my God, this person is just such a shitty person for doing that to me. No, they're a shitty person for doing it, period. They're a shitty person for even thinking that that's okay to do something like that in general. And that's on them. Don't internalize somebody else's mess, right? And I think you guys are finally seeing that, stopping the internalized kind of guilt or shame that you have from dealing with something or somebody for a little bit too long. Life past sevens do that. I'm just gonna tell you, like they do that. Like that's the whole shtick with being a seven, not a seven, a 16. Because people are gonna want to take advantage of the love that you give because you give a lot of love, and then you're like really connected spiritually, right? But you have like this these like standards in life, right? And when you mix those two things together, they are a very powerful thing. But because of past situations, because of past life, you guys like to give people the benefit of the doubt even when they don't deserve it. I'm all about second chances, guys, but when they get to that third, fourth, fifth chance, when they're starting to look like something that you've already seen in the past that didn't work out, you don't have to give them extra chances. You absolutely do not. One of my main rules when I was dating is anybody who reminded me of my ex, they would not, I would not talk to them. Whether it was the way they talked, the way they acted, the way they treated people, the way they looked, if you reminded me, I was gonna pass. And a lot of people a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't do that, but you got to understand if you went through something and people are bringing those red flags, don't ignore them. All right? So we're going to talk about the next quarter that we're going into right now. And we're going to read this again. They're not giving up and have all the time in the world. Remember that nothing's changed and nothing's earned by going backwards, okay? And so when I mean going backwards, I'm not talking about retracing your steps so you can move forward. I'm talking about getting back into something that you worked really hard to get yourself out of, right? It doesn't matter the situation. You guys already know how much work it took to move on from that. So you just don't want to do it again. So we're going to pull some tarot cards first. And so that's why I was feeling about the defensiveness with the Nine of Wands, because you guys have been through so much and you can feel a tad bit defensive when people come around. But I'm just going to tell you right now, because of the things that you've been through, when you are feeling defensive, do not ignore that, because that's like a trigger going off in your head, right? Don't be the fool. You're building for your empire, right? And then let the towers fall. Now, I don't know if y'all know, but the tower is 16. Period. Let the tower fall. This could be something that you have avoided, but it is something that is very necessary, right? Because at the end of the day, you can't back up on the highway, right? And you don't want to, hurry up and turn your wheel. Like I literally lost an aunt like that trying to make an exit. You don't want to be that person. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fine to let something pass you so that you can get it in a better, safer way where you don't feel guilty, Nobody is harmed, especially you aren't harmed. So the Fool being in reverse definitely gives a vibe of don't just jump into anything. Give it careful consideration. Definitely don't go backwards, right? Everything that glitters is not gold. Okay? Like we know that. We know that. We know everything that glitters is not gold. We know that we can drive down the street in the middle of summer and see a puddle that's not there. We see the mirage, you know? So be careful of those mirages, right? Something that looks good from the distance, but when you get up on it, it's nothing there. You know, it's fake. So that is really important. Spirit is saying focus on your legacy, right? Because what I get is that you guys are going to be pulled in a bunch of different directions, right? One thing about the number zero is it kind of pushes you through things. So, in this case, because it's right here in the beginning, so that's how I'm reading it. It's kind of pushing you through. So Spirit is like you are ready to build this legacy. You are ready to um, have this tower in your life, like something that you've been avoiding, officially breaking something off, officially ending some kind of contract. There's something that's official that needs to happen. The paperwork needs to be done in order for you to continue to go forward. So you guys need to make it official. And then with the Ten of Pentacles, you guys are, I don't know if you, any of you who are trying to start a family, you're going to be going on your first step to starting a family. Also get, you looking for work. You guys will be going on that first step to actually get that job that you like or appreciate. I'm also getting healing trauma. So a lot of you guys are going forward healing some kind of trauma that has been in your family. And I mean, passed down from generation to generation, just trauma after trauma, whether it's some kind of abuse or poverty or whatever the case may be. You guys are ending that trauma. Like a lot of times, honestly, we don't really know that things are traumatizing to us until we go back and look like, damn, that really hurt, you know? Like that was some kind of turning point in my life. Like that's trauma. I mean, when it's bad. Like that turning point of something terrible happening and then your whole life being uprooted and changed is trauma. And you guys have to identify it as that so you can move on from it and get over it. So we got called, soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Oh God, I'm telling y'all, sometimes spirit be like, girl, we talking right to you. Then we have the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. So basically, you guys have like, this is what I was talking about the gifts that are being injected into your life and kind of like your spirit is being upgraded, right? You have gifts, you have been trained to use these gifts, and spirit wants you to do it. And it's going to have a good outcome. It's going to leave a legacy. Lean into your gifts, lean into the things that you really care about, the things that you really love. I know that I tell y'all that all the time, right? That the things that you love, those are the things that you need to focus on. Not so much that you lose yourself in anything, but so much so that it builds you up spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally. Focus on the things that make you better and they feed your soul at the same time, right? So definitely we have two doorways here. The spirit said it ain't no going backward. Like you have reached this point of no return, right? And I just talked about this, but in a negative way. But this is positive, right? It's kind of like hitting the lottery or when you get that first big contract. You know what I'm saying? Like you've been working on this for years and you finally get a contract that's gonna have you set and you don't have to work so hard. It's gonna be a little easier. Like we all strive for that, right? So you guys are finally getting something that you really, really, really want. And you can't share it with everybody. And I really hope that you guys take that to heart, that sometimes like things aren't meant for those people who kind of dragged you down and refuse to support you, the naysayers that sat in the back, or people that just want a little piece of the pie because they feel like you are available to them because you've made yourself available to them in the past. Don't do it to yourself. You are worthy of good things. Um, and you also don't deserve anybody to be taking advantage of you or anything like that. Okay. Where we at on time, y'all? Where we at on time? Let's get one more. All right. That definitely looked like 5 of cups. Ooh, 8 of cups. Y'all, why can't I see? I can't see. So anyway, we got 10 of cups. We got the 8 of cups. And then we have what is that? The Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, excuse me. I don't know why I'm just like, goodness. All right, so we got the 10 of Cups, 8 of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, and so the Queen of Swords all day today, every time she has been coming out today, it has been feeling like, be honest, right? Sometimes you just have to be honest. Now, I'm not saying that you need to cut yourself down or get like go in on yourself. I don't want you guys doing that. I want you to speak life into yourself, but also speak truth, right? The truth can be harsh sometimes, but honestly, if you are looking at it like, man, I really feel like I wasted my time getting that accounting degree because I hate accounting. So the tearing yourself down part is the waste of your time. You didn't waste your time. Like everything that you do in life makes you who you are. But the truth is that you worked hard for something and you don't like it. That is the truth that needs to be broken down. Not that you wasted your time, not that you were so stupid to go this way. No. Just, hey, something has to change because I don't like this. And that's truth enough to move you forward, right? Sometimes we can get confused on how do we do that and all of that. And a lot of balls are in the air right now. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of misdirection. You may not know exactly where to go. But in that time, like we have this 10 here, we have 10 here, have some patience, right? I tell you guys that 10 can be kind of this stagnant period between an old cycle and a new cycle. I do feel movement here, but it doesn't feel like you guys feel the movement. So kind of like you feel stagnant. Um, right? You feel like maybe the world is like going further than like the world is moving and you're not moving with it. But you are moving, right? It doesn't matter if you decide to run across the street, stay on the sidelines, or you panic in the middle of the street. There's still movement there, right? Because if you stand on the sidelines, all these cars are going by, you are watching the cars go by. Like you're energetically seeing things move and things happen. You are witnessing a pattern, right? So I want you guys to kind of like loosen up a bit on yourself, recognize the gifts that you have and get into them. 0 is a really big number here. And if you guys don't know, like the actual numerology, whatever, 0 means as a number. It is the absence of everything and therefore the potential for anything, right? So 0 is this clean slate. And this is why I always read it as a push, a shift, or a block. You can go either way. But you have to know in that 0, your guides are kind of like hugging you, kind of like keeping you safe and keeping you supported. So I do want you guys to continue to lean on that. All right, let's get you a final message. That's two. Let's get one more. Ooh, perfect. Perfect. So, Perto is one of my favorite runes because it means destiny. And again, it's that potential. So you guys have some really good runes here. I am happy to be part of the group. Do you feel me? All right, so you guys are going into this harvest situation. So harvest is when all of the seeds that you have planted have come to fruition. You can eat that corn, those mangoes, your herbs are growing. You could chop them greens up and make you a pot. Pertho is our destiny, right? It can be fate, but it is like Pertho honestly reminds me of zero. It represents the Wheel of Fortune, which is 10, but it does remind me of zero because it's kind of like over here, you create your own destiny, right? You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to stand still. You are allowed to take a couple steps back so you could see the full picture. You are allowed to do that. And so Wilo represents the sun. Sun is success, justice, joy. Definitely a happiness. You guys, I want you to really lean into the good things in your life. When things go wrong, address them. I'm never going to tell you to ignore some important shit. Don't do that. Don't do that. Address them. But I want you guys to lean on um like the good things because so many times when we get upset, right? Let's say we got this letter in the mail. They're like, man, you owe $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, you like, fuck, man. I owe this $1,000. I gotta pay my rent. I gotta pay my phone bill. I gotta pay my light bill. Like, I have no idea how I'm gonna pay all this shit. Whereas you already had them problems before, and this is only like it's one more problem. I mean, $1,000 is a lot of money, honey, but um you know, you weren't focused on all those negative things, right? So the better thought would be like, damn, I owe $1,000. Like, well, I ain't got it right now, so I wonder if I can make a payment plan. I wonder if I can, extend one of these bills, or if somebody has some money to help me out. You could do some work for somebody and you don't gotta pay them back. They can help you out, something like that. Just kind of trying to find resolutions, which as life has 16s, I feel like you guys have that already in you. But you do have to make sure you're putting it to use because it's really going to pay off over this next quarter. Remember, guys, we're in spring, super manifesting energy. So just make sure that you are planting the seeds that you want to come to fruition, and recognizing that the seeds that you already have planted are starting to bloom. Okay, good things are coming for you guys. I really want you guys to move forward with this kind of positive energy so that you can get everything that you deserve. Okay, that's all I have, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Make sure you leave your experiences in the comments below, and as always, happiness is the goal.